Welcome back everybody to another video here today. My name is Icy Advice and today we're checking out Halo Reach Infantry pre-release campaign mod. Now the first mission here out of the 3 missions that you get to play in this pre-release is a mission where we have to deal with insurrectionists on the multiplayer map Powerhouse. Now, quite possibly one of the cool things about this mod is there is custom cutscenes. As you can see here, I've got to say it is pretty impressive that people have gotten to this extent where they can make their own custom cutscenes for the custom missions and stuff that they make. And in the beginning of the mission here, you start off in the back of a Pelican with a team of troopers, to which you all jump out, and our objective is to liberate the power station. This mod does also feature some custom voice lines. You'll hear a very iconic one here towards the middle of the video, but nonetheless, you are playing as a trooper in these missions, and I gotta say, it actually feels really, really good. There is no ADS, like zoom in with like DMRs and stuff, so you can't like zoom in like that. This is a pre-release, so I don't know if they have plans on adding that or not, but I thought I would note that before we get too far into the mod. The other thing about this mod that's pretty cool as well is, as you guys saw there earlier in the beginning of the video, I was actually able to dive and stuff like that as a trooper, which is really freaking sick if I do say so myself. And there is some custom weapons here. As you can see, there's an SMG on the floor there, and we got a Halo CE or Halo 3 assault rifle on our back. DMRs are also here from Reach. Battle rifle from Halo 3 is here as well, but I think it's actually using the Halo 2 anniversary model, which is pretty cool. Of course, all your traditional Halo Reach weapons, like I said, the DMR, assault rifle, shotgun, sniper rifle, rocket launcher, that is all in this mod as well. Just added in some classic weapons from Halo CE, Halo 2, and Halo 3 as well. Now, like I said, there is only 3 missions in this mod, so it is kind of a short pre-release campaign. I don't know if they intend on expanding on that as we kill ourselves with a grenade, but I would be very, very pleased if they do expand on this and maybe add a little bit more story building elements as well. Obviously, throwing grenades is your traditional way from if you ever have played as a trooper in Halo Reach. You throw the grenade before your animation actually completes, which is just hilarious to me. I think that's so freaking funny. And we kill ourselves twice in a row with grenades. Absolutely madman there. Shooting my body, you bastards. So, once you're done dealing with those insurrectionists in that beginning spot, we got the last one there, then you have a small, I guess you could say, boss fight, where you actually have to take down an insurrectionist-occupied Falcon. I gotta say that this was a very big challenge. I died quite a few times trying to fight this Falcon. It is armed with 2 gunners, although in this spot here, there's only 1 gunner, but there is some, I believe there's supposed to be 2 gunners as well, along with the pilot, of course, in the pilot seat of the Falcon. Now, you do end up having to fight some more insurrectionists in the middle of Powerhouse down there in the water section. These guys were pretty simple to get rid of. I ended up just kind of using grenades and obviously just shooting them from a little bit of a distance, and they were pretty easily taken care of. As you can hear, some of the custom voice lines there. Let's give it to them! Now, moving on to this next section, you do have a data pad that you can access. You can pause the screen if you would like and read this for yourself, but unfortunately, as you will see here in a moment, once we are done using this data pad, you actually get bugged, and you'll see in a moment what happens. Basically, you get stuck, and I tried moving with evade, and you just eternally evade into the wall. I don't know why that happened. I ended up having to restart the checkpoint there to get it to work after that. Now, I'm sure you guys did see that I was able to pick up a rocket launcher out of that spot where the data pad was. Well, I went ahead and did that again, and it took care of the beast, the Falcon, pretty easily. Like I said, though, I did struggle with it. He did kill me quite a few times, but once you got the rocket launcher in a good spot, and he was kind of lined up perfectly with a rocket shot. It worked out pretty good for myself. Now, after dealing with those insurrectionists there in the middle, you got a pretty big group of insurrectionists. These guys are heavily armed to the teeth there with the Warthog and stuff, but I ended up getting lucky, and when I threw these grenades, a bunch of them just jumped off the edge, leaving 2 insurrectionists left to fend for themselves. And now after that, there's actually a group of Falcons that come in to pick you up at the end of this mission. Pretty cool. Let's move on to the next mission. And next up, here we have the next mission here where we are once again going after some insurrectionist punks here on Reach. And I gotta say that this mission has quite the interesting twist. Something that I was not expecting at all during my playthrough. And I'm being dead 100% honest here. I was not expecting this. But here we have the Halo CE/Halo 3 assault rifle here. I believe it's actually the CE assault rifle. But basically we take this Trooper Warthog, very cool by the way, to be driving this around. And basically search Visegrad. And here are the unseen agitators. The Covenant have arrived on Reach. And I gotta say, I genuinely was not expecting this. I actually was thinking that we were going to fight some more insurrectionists. And then the third mission that we play, we would find the Covenant. But no, we get surprised with the Covenant early on here in this mod. And I gotta say, the surprise was a welcome one. Fighting the Covenant as a trooper like this, it's a lot of fun, honestly. You're not a super soldier. You're not a Spartan anymore. You can die pretty fast and pretty easily. And fortunately, we are able to actually pull through. But, yeah, I gotta say, the scenery setup as well for this is very interesting as well. Very, very minimal Covenant cover. Close engagements here. Not very high threat targets. It's mostly just easier enemies here, but we do have a dual wielding elite miner there. And moving on through the mission, then we basically track backwards from what you normally do in Winter Contingency. A little dodge there coming in, and then I believe we do it again. I just wanted to show off the capabilities of using evade as a trooper. Unfortunately, we did take a little bit of damage from that grenade, but nonetheless, we're still on our feet, alive as a trooper in Halo Reach. Now, this next section, we have to help out some survivors. Now, these are civilians that we have to help out here that are being attacked and wasted by Covenant forces that are inbound on our homies here, the civilians on Reach. So yeah, moving on, more Covenant coming in, fighting us. And a big surprise, a fucking Zealot. I was not expecting this. Shotgun checks out, and he fucking blows up and kills one of our friends. God damn it. Private Pile. In the next section here, we're fighting some more Covenant forces that got dropped off. Unfortunately, as a trooper, we cannot pick up the energy sword. I was not expecting that, by the way. I was not expecting us to be able to pick it up. But it would have been pretty interesting to see if we could pick one up.
We've just busted our asses to get to this LZ, and now they want us to go all the way back down!
And now that is the iconic Simon Ghost Riley from the Call of Duty franchise, coming in with a voice line. I thought it was awesome to hear him. Obviously not very fitting, as he's not, have any relevancy to the Halo timeline. Besides, I guess you could say that he looks like Emil, or Emil reminds you of Ghost. Now this next section, we get to use a Scorpion, and we have to clear the territory of Covenant. Now this section was really freaking sick, using a Scorpion tank to go ahead and get rid of these Covenant scumbags that are on Reach now. I will say, fighting downhill like this was kind of difficult, as it made for shooting at the enemies that are like lower on the ground very, very difficult to kill. Because as you guys know, with the Reach Scorpion, you can only aim a certain distance downwards. And I also noticed that when using the Scorpion tank as a trooper, I don't know if it was just me or if I was tripping, but it felt like the gun was shooting slightly to the left or right. It seemed like it wasn't quite lined up with your crosshair. It seems like it shoots to the left just slightly. Not by a lot, but I did notice that when I was playing. It seems like it shot to the left. But yeah, I gotta say, this section here where we get this pretty big fight against the Covenant was a lot of fun to do. A bit of a challenge, because like I said, shooting, like going downhill with the Scorpion, it makes it for shooting these guys very difficult. And I was getting ripped apart by the Covenant down here. Fortunately, I kind of just pushed all the way down here, and my boys on the sides of the Scorpions kind of helped me out as well with shooting them Covenant scum. As we get near to the end of this mission, I gotta say this mission was definitely my favorite, as, you know, the surprise of fighting the Covenant like that actually checked out. I just was not expecting to fight the Covenant there. I will be 100% honest with you. And now next up, we have the ODST mission. This is based by Sword Base, Espaz, called Cloak and Dagger. Now this one was pretty cool as well. Basically the story of this is you're a ODST, a only ODST that survived a crashed Pelican. As you can see, some of your team is dead, and it is your mission to essentially kill these Covenant in this area and then go back to Sword Base. So we could have just went to Sword Base right here, go to the left and go through, but we ended up having to go and kill some Covenant with a little bit of a surprise, a Gouda. 2 Goudas, actually, are in this section. One was just bullying the shit out of the Covenant up there, and then we got this final Gouda sitting there. So after I took care of the Goudas there, pretty easy. He was actually stuck there, and I just ended up gunning him down. Using the melee there, kind of showing off the Trooper melee. It does work, which is pretty freaking sick. We got 2 custom weapons now. We got an SMG from Halo 2 Anniversary, and the battle rifle, or DMR rifle, from Halo 2 Anniversary. Now this is a modified battle rifle. Obviously is not your traditional battle rifle. It is a modified DMR that essentially has single fire. Moving on here in the mission is just taking care of some more Covenant enemy scum with a crashed Phantom here, which I thought was kind of an interesting scenery object there, having a crashed Phantom. Now, I will say, fighting this alone as an ODST, it kind of reminds me of Halo 3 ODSTs, playing as Rookie in New Mombasa on your own. The only thing that's really missing right now is the rain. Otherwise, this does kind of feel like your Rookie fighting Covenant forces on your own, except for you're on Reach. So yeah, like I said, it does kind of feel like you're playing as Rookie in Halo 3 ODST, but you're on Reach fighting on your own. Now, we're pretty much to the end of this mission already. We essentially just have to kill these last Covenant generals here. So this officer kind of just stood there. It did nothing to fight against me, so I ended up kind of swiftly taking care of him. And now we push up to the general, and essentially just using this needle rifle so that he keeps dodging, and then he actually ends up pushing me, but nothing that the SMG can't take care of. And then we fucking body him with a melee there. Now we must return to Sword Base. So you have a dead team of troopers here, and we essentially take a mongoose, and we come back to Sword Base, and that is the final mission in this pre-release campaign mod, Halo Reach Infantry. I've got to say, it was definitely a blast playing this. Of course, with a final cutscene here. So that is it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, drop a like on it, hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Let me know what you guys thought of this video in the comment section down below. Peace out.